Well, the first food bank started in 2002. It all started when we knew that there were about 700,000 people in Holland living in poverty. And we were really shocked about it. It was the time that everything went well. It was before the time that we went all down with the money in 2008. And well, it all started with somebody who went to the baker and he said, how many breads do you bake and how many is left over? So that's the first food bank that started. And the food banks always started by schools, by churches, by mosques, by everybody started a food bank. And to bring it together, we had Voedselbank Amsterdam. There are about 170 food banks in the whole country. And Amsterdam is a distribution center, and we have 13 distribution points in Amsterdam where we give the food to the clients every week.
I think it was actually when I started working for Oracle. I started 1.5 years ago, first as a contractor, then permanent. And from the beginning, I started working for the food bank, and my main task is to find volunteers in our office to help out in the food bank. But myself, I've also been here a couple of times sorting food and just helping out wherever I can help. I mean, as you can see here, we're just packaging different boxes for the families that need them. And then we just try to make sure that every family gets the same amount of milk and pasta and everything they need for the week. But you also have, we did some other tasks before where you had a lot of food and you just have to sort them by date so that we really make sure that they don't get any food that is over date. And then we divide them, for example, in pasta, we divide them in drinks or in food that is not in vegetables, for example, or in meat and fish. So we have to make sure that in the big boxes they have different sorts of food. And then they pack it again in the different boxes for the families.
Nowadays, there are even more than 2002. Nowadays we have 1.2 million people living in poverty in the whole country. Well, the contrast between rich and poor is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That makes it very difficult. And there are people 50 years and older who won't find a job anymore, and they go down, 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 down.
So the first time that I was here was right before Christmas, and there was so much work to do because there was so much food to sort, and we picked up a lot of food from supermarkets, but also from schools where kids donated food. So it was so much work and so much stuff to do. So you really feel like you're doing something and you're providing like families with food, and so it feels good.
If I wouldn't do it, then there would be no movement at all. And if everyone would think like this, there wouldn't be volunteers, right? So even though if I can only lift a couple of apples or whatever and put it in boxes, it's definitely making a difference. And if more people are signing up for it, we can make Amsterdam a little bit of a better place.
Actually, volunteering it keeps you grounded, because you easily forget where you come from or what you already have achieved, and you think, okay, you kind of complain about your life, or you see life a bit darker. But then when you come here in a place like this, and then you see what kind of people are living outside there, what kind of problems they have, and how you can help and impact that. And it seems like that your problems, which you have, they are pretty little compared to others who are living from, I don't know, 220 euros a month and have to pay everything for it, which is kind of impossible here, especially in Amsterdam. So it keeps you grounded and gives you a new view of the world and how you can see your life self and actually help a lot. So that's why I do that.
Well, the Dutch government gives us some money to pay this building and to have the cars and everything. So they give us not enough money to do the whole business. So we always have a fundraiser who is always working every day to get more money to get things done.
I think volunteering is very important for someone to do, because then you show that you can also have benefits for the people outside your company and not only what you're paid for. Together with your team, you go to the food bank or you go somewhere else, and then as a team you have a team building event. Well, you contribute to the people that you help, but also as a team you're working together in a different environment. So you experience each other in another environment. It's also a bit like a social event where sometimes afterwards you can have lunch together and discuss what you experienced. So as team building, it's also very important according to me.
Every Oracle volunteer has the right to do 40 hours a year to do some voluntary work, so that would be a whole week. I mean, a happy worker is not only happy if he is just doing his work, has some good working conditions and just closing deals, because it's not only just doing your job, it's also so many other things like community and networking and volunteering and giving, and I think that's really, really important. And also research shows that so many other factors like volunteering matter if you have a happy employee or not. And a happy employee always means a happy business. So,
I mean, we have 1,300 families every day, every week, and we would like to help them all. And if you think that there are about 2,000 children in Amsterdam who are living on the food bank, which is a lot, please help us.